Adoring God is something we are called to do, not because He requires us, because He is God at the end of the day, but because when you look at His attributes, His love, His sacrificial nature, all that He has done for us as humankind, you can do nothing but adore. Adore His beauty in the way He loves. Adore His mercy in the way He forgives. Adore His commitment and faithfulness in the way that He has done absolutely everything conceivable to make sure that we are no longer separated from Him. And I think adore the way He looks at us and calls us to look at one another, because it gives a whole new window into how we perceive the image and likeness of God in others. In our current language, I think it's difficult to think how we adore God. Adore is such a specific term that is usually used now romantically. And for many of us, we try to downplay our emotions and our feelings spiritually. It doesn't have to be euphoric. It doesn't have to be expressed in a particular way. It just needs to be natural. How you would express love, how you would express that kind of connection, how you would express a yearning to be with someone. Because don't forget, God is a someone. He is actually our Creator, our God, our Lord, who waits for us to join Him once again in His kingdom. I think every church has its own way of expressing adoration. For the Orthodox, much of it is visual and sensual. So it is in the music, in the hymnology, in the iconography. And if you look, at the icons, one typical trait of Coptic iconography in particular is that the faces all look the same. So when we're looking at icons, we're not just looking at the person depicted in the icon, but through him or her into the person of Christ in the icon. And that's why all the faces are the same. And as St. Paul says, it is not I who live, but Christ who lives in me. It is the face of Christ shining through His saints. So what we're saying is, even in looking at others, we are giving adoration to God who is visible in them and in their lives. In Orthodoxy as well, we focus on the personal relationship. And if we try to equate how we deal with others to the way we deal with God, the same principles would apply. So if you're thinking about friends, whether it's a fraternal relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, any relationship, at times you will call someone and say, "Hi, I'm just thinking about you, how is your day?" At other times you would send a text message or an emoji that means something. At other times you will have to make time, one-on-one, to sit and spend time and speak and interact and listen. And that's exactly our relationship with God. We can adore God very personally, as our Lord says, when you want to pray, enter into your room and close your door. And your Father who sees you in that secret place will be there and will reward you openly. I think in adoring God in our everyday life, we just need to see Him in everyday things. So for instance, if you walk into an art gallery and you comment on a beautiful painting, you're not really commenting on the canvas or the paints, you are commenting on the artist. If you go to a theatre performance or an orchestral performance and you comment, you're not commenting on the waves in the air, you are commenting on the proficiency of the people performing. And so when we walk around and we see God's beautiful creation, whether it's in other people or in the trees and nature around us, when we see God's love in people and events, and we say that's a beautiful thing, we are speaking about the Creator. We are speaking about the one who empowers and enables and loves and forgives. And so in all of that, we are commenting on him. And we're expressing our adoration for him